Have you ever really stopped to think about what's going on behind the search bar? I mean, we use it every single day, but the logic that powers it, it's pretty much a complete black box. Well, today, we're going to pull back that curtain and explore the hidden architecture of choice that shapes every single answer we get.
This is the story we all have in our heads, right? It's simple, it's clean, and it feels perfectly neutral. You ask a question, and this impartial machine just finds the best answer out there. But what if that's not really the whole story? Because, that simple story isn't just a little bit incomplete, it's actually kind of misleading. That whole seemingly neutral process is absolutely packed with hidden decisions and value judgments that have a huge impact on everything you see.
And this, right here, is the crucial shift in thinking we need to make. Search engines aren't just passive finders of information, they are active decision makers. Every search system, from the one on your favorite shopping site to the biggest ones in the world, is built on a foundation of values and trade-offs. So let's start peeling back the layers. The whole process kicks off with what you could call casting a wide net. This first phase isn't about finding the perfect answer just yet. It's really about making sure that the perfect answer doesn't get away. So this first stage has a name. It's called Retrieval, and its goal isn't to be perfect. Its goal is to be comprehensive. It's not about finding the best answer yet. It's just about making sure that the best answer is somewhere in the pile we're about to create. The logic here is all about something called recall. And in simple terms, the system's main goal here is do not miss anything important. It's like telling a research assistant to bring you every single book in the library that even mentions your topic. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of noise, but you won't miss that one hidden gem. This stage is all about gathering possibilities, not expressing any preferences. Yet. Okay, so we have our giant, messy pile of potential answers. Now we have to actually make sense of it. And this next stage is where the system stops just gathering things and starts to, form an opinion.
This next step is called ranking. And it's pretty much exactly what it sounds like, taking that big, messy pile from the retrieval stage and putting it in a very specific order, from what it thinks is most relevant, all the way down to what it thinks is least relevant.
And this right here is the critical shift. The moment a system decides that one result is better than another, that it deserves to be number 1 instead of number 10, it's no longer just a collector of facts. It's a judge. It's introducing a point of view. So you can really see the search funnel starting to take shape. We start super wide with retrieval, gathering everything. Then we bring in some order with ranking. But then we get to the deepest, most hidden layer of them all, decision-making. And this isn't just about finding the right answer. It's about deciding which wrong answers are okay. And that brings us right to the heart of the matter. This is the part of the process that search systems rarely talk about, that they're constantly making choices about what to value and, just as importantly, what to sacrifice. Look, every search system makes errors. It's completely unavoidable. So the real design question isn't how do we make it perfect, but instead it's what kind of imperfections are we okay with? This one question defines the entire character of the system. And it all comes down to 2 basic kinds of mistakes. A false positive is when the system shows you junk. A false negative is when it hides a gem. See the problem? A system that's terrified of missing a gem will probably end up showing you more junk, but a system that hates showing you junk might accidentally hide that one perfect result. There is always a trade-off. So modern systems handle all this uncertainty with a pretty cool concept called probabilistic relevance. They don't deal in absolutes. The system isn't saying, here is the one correct answer. It's making an educated guess. It's saying, based on all the data I have, here is what is most likely to be useful to you. And that leads directly to this idea of utility. It's how a system decides what's truly valuable. Is a fast answer more valuable than a comprehensive one? Is a super popular result more valuable than a niche but really accurate one? The system is constantly and silently making these little calculations about what matters most. So, the crucial point here is that every single system has a goal. It has been programmed to maximize a specific metric, a specific definition of what good looks like, and that one definition shapes literally everything. These goals are often called objective functions. For instance, a system might be designed to maximize the number of clicks it gets, or maybe it's all about being incredibly fast, or maybe it's about having the widest possible coverage of topics. Each one of these goals will produce a totally different set of results, even if they're starting with the exact same data. And this is probably the single most important takeaway from all of this. The metric you choose to measure becomes the system's definition of relevance. If you measure clicks, the system learns that clickbait is relevant. If you measure speed, it learns that a fast, simple answer is better than a slow, nuanced one. What you measure is what it values.
So what do we do with this knowledge? Well, understanding these hidden layers takes us from being passive users to, informed critics. And for the folks who actually build these things, it elevates the job from just tuning some knobs to intentionally designing a system of values.
Let's just bring it all home. Whether it's on purpose or completely by accident, every search system is an artifact of human decisions. It has a point of view. The real danger is pretending it's some kind of neutral oracle when, in reality, it's a complex machine built on a whole series of choices. This slide just captures the two paths perfectly. On one hand, you can blindly tune parameters, just fiddling with settings and hoping for a better outcome without really knowing why. Or you can intentionally design the system, making conscious choices about what it should value and which mistakes it's okay to make. That is the architecture of choice.
Which leaves us with a final and I think a really fascinating question. Now that we know that search is a system of decisions and trade-offs, what does that mean for its limits? What are the kinds of questions that, just by their very nature, these systems are fundamentally unable to answer? That's definitely something to think about the next time you type into that little white box.